How big is it for you guys to come down here and to beat Fullerton?
Well, to beat them at their place is big, especially on opening night. You saw there were a lot of people out here, which, especially for a freshman on the mound, can get to him. But Mason did a great job, pounded the zone. He was a little shaky in the beginning, but settled down, got his outs, made his pitches, and we ended up winning the game, which is awesome for a regional contender at the end of the year.
Now tell me, as a senior guy, you know, when you have two younger pitchers on the mound, Bernardo didn't throw too much last year. They throw the first 7 innings. What do you kind of tell them leading into a game like this, where there's a good atmosphere? You know, it's a tough opponent early in the season.
Yeah, I don't tell them anything. You know, for them to go out on the mound and try it on their own is the best thing for them. And a guy like Nardo, you know, he didn't pitch too much last year, but he pitched in the fall, and he's a gamer. And he gets out on the mound and he changes, and he becomes a different person. And Mason's he's a clown. He's a jokester, and you know, to get out on the mound, he just needs to be himself. And I think in the first inning he tried to be the intense pitcher, and then once he settled down, he started cracking some jokes. I mean, he was standing up on the rail the entire game and in the game, and that's just the kind of guy he is.
Now, when you see a guy that's kind of not being himself in that first inning, do you kind of give him a nudge and like, look, just calm down, just be yourself, just go out there and, you know? Yeah.
I mean, when I started to see that he was struggling just a little bit, I went out there, and he's from Bakersfield, and I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of clowns from Bakersfield on this team, and you know, I went out there and cracked a joke for him. He smiled a little bit and just settled down, you know. And when guys can have fun out there on the mound and be relaxed, that's when they pitch the best.
You guys are off to a 4-0 start. You've got a kind of a mix of new guys and old guys. You know, a lot of guys that have had playing time, but also some younger guys that are getting time. Oppenheim and some other guys that have come in their first year here. How have you guys kind of blended the new and the old together so far this season?
We didn't have to do anything. You know, they came in and they just molded with us. You know, there was no need to do anything. They came, and we loved them from the start. You know, they're good guys, great teammates, and the chemistry on this team is something special. And you know, I've been here 4 years, and to be able to say that's cool, because last year we were just one game out of being in a regional, and looking at this team right now, it's going to be something special.
And then for you kind of bring a little bit different dimension as a catcher. You're not the prototypical 6'4", you know, 240 guy. You're an athletic guy back there. What do you try to do behind the plate defensively that maybe other catchers may not do? And then also on the bases today, stealing a couple bases as well.
Yeah, you know, I've taken a lot of pride in my defense. Hitting's always been second to me, but you know, the bat's come alive a little bit in these last couple years, and I've had a lot of people to help me with my defense, and I don't think I do anything different than anybody else. You know, I learned from a guy, Ed Herman, who was an unbelievable catching coach, and you know, he taught me everything I know about baseball and the mental side of the game, and the mental side is the biggest part, and I think I take that into consideration a lot when I'm catching back there. And you know, to steal a couple bases is awesome. Coach gives me the green light, and you know, every once in a while I see a little tip and I take off, and so it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to be able to be quick out there, and you know, guys don't expect it when the guy's catching and then to go on the bases. Kennedy gave me a little shout out after swiping the 2 bags, so pretty cool.
And what did you see on that, on the 3-run double in that at bat? What did you kind of see going up there with the bases loaded?
You know, he threw me a first pitch slider, and then dotted a fastball. You know, could have gone either way, and then I knew he was going to try to go to a back foot slider, and you know, he left it up a little bit, and I was able to get the barrel on it and use all 177 pounds of myself to put it out there in left center.